How many number of people that we trust? Of course, we have limited number of people in our life that we trust. That may be our parents, our sisters, our siblings, or maybe our neighbors. But are they 100% trustable? I don't think so, because we have been throughout our lives and we've been witnessing so much trust issue throughout the year. But there is a one thing that can be 100% trustable. What is that? That is a mirror. A mirror is a 100% reflection of whatever it comes in front of it. It is never going to lie with you, and it reflects whatever coming in front of it, so that we can trust for him as 100%. But what is exactly happening in case of scientific level, what is actually happening in the case of mirrors, we should know about it. So what's up guys, this is Bryson YouTube channel, and we are back with another video and another interesting questions for you. Today I've taken a random questions, and the questions are just like how mirror works, how the scientific level happening in case of mirrors. So there are a lot many questions that we're going to answer in this particular video. So there are a lot to know, a lot to discuss. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe our channel and don't forget to share to your friends. If you done it, that's just. Let's see first how we see an object. When light hits an apple, it absorbs all the colors of light except for red. Red reflected back, and that's why the apple looks like red to us. In order to understand how mirror works, we have to know the law of reflection. So what it says? It says the law of reflection says that when a ray of light hits a surface, it bounces in certain way, like a tennis ball thrown against a wall. The incoming angle is called angle of incident, and is always equal to the angle leaving the surface. This type of reflection holds good in case of mirror. When light hits the surface at low angle, let's suppose like on a lake of sunset, it bounces off the same low angle and hits our eyes with full blast. That's why the sun glares during the evening and the morning is so much intense than during the rest of the day. This scattering is known as diffuse reflection, and this is how our eyes interpret what happens when light hits an uneven surface. First of all, we have to make a clear difference between a glass and a mirror. So what is the difference between that? A mirror is a surface usually made of glass with reflective materials which is painted on the underside of it, and that's what reflects the light so as to give an image of what is in front of it. Glass is an amorphous solid, often transparent substance which is made by melting sand with a mixture of like soda, potash and lime. Light itself is invisible until it bounces off something. For example, if beam of light is traveling from a space, it can't be visible from our eyes until it bounces off something, or it's thrown into something like a cloud of hydrogens, or maybe in a satellite, so that we can be visible. What makes mirror unique with others if we compare is that mirror don't scatter lights in this way. Like with smooth surface, light reflects without any disturbance the incoming angles. So this is what we call the specular reflections. When you say mirror, we are usually talking about the silver metal coating or like aluminum coating. Whatever you're going to coat on that particular mirror is not going to work for you. So we should go for always silver or maybe aluminum. So that's what the mirror is going to work. All atoms have electrons, and these electrons can interact with light. But in case of metals, these electrons are only loosely attached to the metal atom so that they can move around. But when light hits the metals, the electrons hit the light and causes it to reflect. So from this we can conclude that mirror reflects mainly because they are electrically conductive. Actually, light is an electromagnetic field, and when it hits a mirror, the metal inside of it, which is usually coated with aluminum or maybe silver, that cancel out the electric field parallel to the mirror, which causes it to change the direction of it and reflect it. So that's what is really going on.